So we've broken away from the summit just for a little bit, and we've come about 20 minutes down the road to the city of Los Altos. I think you can safely say this is your average suburban American street. It's called Crist Drive, Los Altos. And that house over there, that is number 2066 Crist Drive. And it's in that, well, I would say garage, I think Americans would say garage, in that garage that Steve Jobs founded the company that we now know as Apple. It happened in there. Well, actually, to be fair, there's a little bit of urban myth going on here. Steve Wozniak, who co-founded Apple, has subsequently said, well, no actual design went on there. This was more like an assembly area. They put the computers together there and then took them off to the store to be sold. So Apple maybe wasn't technically founded there, but even he concedes that the symbolism of such a place is very important to the company. And Los Altos as a city agrees it actually turned 2066 Crist Drive into a historical site 3 years ago. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Well, because as much as that garage is a symbol of Apple as a company, the whole idea of the garage entrepreneur, the young man or woman who works behind those doors and turns ideas into reality, that is a symbol of Silicon Valley and the way it's built itself up into the behemoth that it is now. Of course, we're in 2016 now. It's a very, very different environment, and I sort of started to wonder, well, does the garage entrepreneur still exist? Do they still sit behind those doors and make things happen out of nowhere, or is it a completely different playing field? Well, we went to a networking event, an entrepreneurs networking event up in San Francisco, just to talk to a few of these such entrepreneurs to find out how the business works now.
There's all types of virtual garages now. So an event like this is a place for, very similar group of people that have founders' experiences, founders' backgrounds to come together. But I think the new garage is the co-working spaces, the WeWorks, the Galvanizes, the places where you rent a desk for $400 a month and get together and be around other kind of scrappy entrepreneurs brainstorming. A lot of teams form there. I think that's kind of the future garage.
Every new construction in San Francisco must have a certain amount of square footage based on the square footage of the building. They must have a certain amount of square footage devoted to public open space. And so LinkedIn has basically their whole first floor of their new building, which is just open, empty tables where you can go and sit around.
The way that the global economy is evolving, everybody can be anywhere and be interacting with whoever they need to be. And with all of the tools that you have for productivity, it makes it very easy to stay on top of your business while you're anywhere.
I had a startup as well in the past, but actually right now I work in a corporate environment. So until the idea actually takes off, that's where I'll actually know. So it's great having that income that's still coming in unless you have the opportunity to just concentrate 100%.
I think that's why innovation is so important, right? Because it's a very competitive marketplace. So people need to find the best solution and the best solution fast. And the solution that actually serves people's needs, because if you serve people's needs, then you can make money from that, right? People don't buy or spend money on something they don't need.
It's never been harder to hire than this year. And I've said that every previous year, all the way back to 2005. So, competition, nobody is stopping Google or Apple or any of these companies. They'll take any talent, and so the startup world is competing for that talent. So there's, maybe there was a slight blip on the map where we didn't get paid by customers for an extra few months, and you make it through that, and life moves on, and you're back in a bubble. So.